Good day. Welcome to another topic time. Today we're going to do the history of donuts. Donuts have been around for many, many years. I didn't realize how long they've been around for. They were created by a Dutch woman who would make these oily cakes, they'd call them, which basically would be a donut fried in oil. And they became a big hit, so much so that they were sold in the Broadway district area for many, many years. So here's a little interesting fact about the history of donuts. Elizabeth Gregory, a New England ship's captain's mother who made a wicked deep-fried donut that cleverly used her son's spice cargo of nutmeg, cinnamon, along with lemon rind. Some say she made it so her son and his crew could store the pastry on long voyages. One might help ward off scurvy and colds. In any case, Mrs. Gregory put hazelnuts and walnuts in the center where the donut might not cook through, and it literally midway called it the dough nut, the nuts in the middle. Her son also claims credit for something less than that, putting the hole in the donut. Some cynical donut historians maintain that Captain Gregory did it to stint on the ingredients. Others that he thought that the hole might make it a little easier to digest the donut. Still, others say that he gave the donut its shape when he needed to keep both hands on the wheel during a storm. He skirted one of his mom's donuts on the spoke of the ship's wheel. In an interview with the Boston Post at the turn of the century, Captain Gregory tried to quell such rumors with his recollection of the moment 50 years before. Using the top of a round tin pepper box, he said he cut into the middle of the donut, the first donut hole ever seen by mortal eyes. So that's just a little bit of history about the donuts and the donut hole. Fast forward to the 19th century. So donuts have been around now since what, 17th century? A man comes over from Europe, and I'm going to read a little bit about this gentleman. It was a man, like I said, from Europe. His name was Adolf Levitz. He had developed this machine, the donut machine, or the ring machine as they called it, and it had been used in many donut shops. So people would see this machine through the windows making these donuts going round and round and falling down. So fast forward a little bit later to World War I. The doughboys and all the soldiers during World War I, they craved something from home. So out came the Salvation Army nurses. They went into the trenches, into the areas, and distributed donuts to all our soldiers. So in 1938, it became a staple that we have celebrated National Donut Day. So usually, National Donut Day is the first Friday in June. And it was started in 1938 to honor the Salvation Army nurses who would serve the soldiers donuts on the line. These little interesting facts about donuts. I'm going to give you a little bit of history on Dunkin' Donuts and Krispy Kreme. Dunkin' Donuts started in Quincy, Massachusetts around the 1950s. And since then, it has taken off, and the corporation is everywhere through the United States, especially here around New England. You can't go to a corner around without seeing the Dunkin' Donuts. So a couple of years ago, they dropped the donut and just made it called Dunkin'. But they still have the best donuts around. Fast forward to another type of donut, like I said, the history of Krispy Kreme. Krispy Kreme started in 1937. The recipe was introduced by a French chef from New Orleans. And from there, it was started in North Carolina in the Winston-Salem area. Krispy Kreme's donuts, like Dunkin' Donuts, are delicious. You can't go anywhere without trying a Krispy Kreme donut. They're different, they're smaller and glazed, but yet the taste that they have is great. I don't think I could say that Dunkin' or Krispy Kreme have a bad donut because all their donuts are really good. So I came across this little company called Maple Donuts. They've been around since 1946. Interesting, and these are some of the donuts that they make. So not necessarily donuts found in donut shops, but you can find donuts also in your grocery store. Donuts everywhere. Next time you go out and get that cup of coffee, check out your favorite donuts. Have a good day. Cheers.